Another day, another shirt, still the same mucky trousers. Why then, welcome to my garden, welcome to the workshop. So this is day 4? I don't know, I'm losing count now. Day 4. Anyway, so cleared the ground, got all the posts in, just went and got some postcrete for those. I've got some ground membrane as well, which I'm going to put down. May stop me churning up the ground, but also stop weeds coming through afterwards. Only got the lightweight one, but I'm going to put a couple of layers down because easier. So I'm going to tidy up that, get the ground ready, clear that off, get the membrane down, and then I can start doing the rest of the woodwork. I want to get that down first because once I've put more struts in, it's harder to get in between each bit. That's my logic. So I could just put it in between, but can't be bothered. So let's go and get some postcrete, bung it in the holes, tidy up a little bit, and then we'll carry on. Catch my breath. So, postcrete in. I needed more than I had. I could only carry so much in the car. So that was 7 bags of postcrete. Piled it fairly deep, fairly high I mean, and I'm not going to water it down because it's absolutely peeing it down. And also, it's not moving anywhere. If it was a fence post and I need it set straight and holding, yeah, I'd water it straight in. But 1, I've hidden my tap behind all the wood. And 2, you can already see it's soaking in the ground moisture because this is wet clay. It's just going to fill straight into the holes. It's absolutely peeing it down, so I just want to carry on. So next thing, I'm going to put the membrane down, which again, the water can go straight through. Then it means I'm not treading up mud so much. I've leveled it off. I'm going to clear off a few bits and bobs, bits of wood. Get this down. I'm going to bring it all the way up here. I've got some poles there and trap it down so I can walk on top of it and not tread mud everywhere. That's the theory, because in the end I want something here, gravel, I don't want grass. And there's going to be a concrete path there, which again I'll probably do with postcrete. Yeah, so next phase, tidy up a little bit and get the membrane down. The base is getting there. Concrete is pretty solid. It's been raining a lot, so plenty of water on that. Plenty of water on the wood, but yeah, that's that. It's all protected. So I've got myself some joist hangers, and if I find a scrap, these are for the cross members. So they're taller than the beams, for 8x2s, pretty big. These are so expensive. Now, I didn't get the crazy ones that are really complicated and you go in at silly angles because it's for structural stuff. I'm not building a house, I'm building a floor. So I just went with the simple ones because I need almost 60 of them. And, well, that's what I calculated. I'm probably wrong. But they're like £2 each. It's like, yikes. But these ones I actually found on Amazon, and they were like £1.50 each on a website. Found them on Amazon about 50p. So that'll do me. So I've got these, and didn't know whether to screw or nail. I went for nails because a lot cheaper. And the screws that a lot of American sites recommend for these, don't seem to be able to get them in the UK. It's all nails, and everyone recommends nails. And nails is easy. Got myself a new hammer because I'm in a bit more purchase. So last time got all the hangers in for the decking part. So today's job, I'm going to put all the cross struts on that. Noggins, a bit long for noggins though really. Do those, get them done. And then I can start doing the ones behind. I want to get all them in. Then we get the decking on. Then we get the boards on, but I want to get it painted in between. So I want to get all of these on. Then I can do the other hangers. I'll see how many I've got. I'm going to lay them all out, then get the hangers in for the rest of it. Don't actually need that much on the other side. Get those in, and we're getting there. So get my tools out, get my board out, and see what we've got, get the wood uncovered, and we'll carry on. I'm hoping to get this finished because the delivery should be soon for the rest of the actual building. So we'll carry on. So I'll see you guys in a minute. I've just realised I've messed up. So, I've got decking boards for this bit. That bit's just going to be flat OSB board that's a lot thinner than this. So, I notched out the ends to then make sure that this decking fits almost flush to the other one, and then the shed can go on top and it can all look seamless. And then if the shed does come over the top of the decking a little bit, because the dimensions they've given me are accurate but confusing, so if I'm a little bit off, that gives me a bit of tolerance. Also gives me a bit of tolerance if I need a bit extra room at the back. So that was the plan. So good job I test things, because I never trust myself as I'm doing these things. So I've got my decking board, they're going to be sat on there, lovely. I'm very pleased with that. Then that's the good bit. Bad bit is I notched out the ends. So all these are at the right height. They're at the height of the notch out. I forgot to take the height of the notch, that bit, from there. So these are all that much too high. And I realised when I was nailing in the very last nail, because I thought, oh, I can check this with the board. Looked at the board, looked at the top and thought, so I have two options. Cut these slightly, it'll take a million years, or I've got to take out all of these nails, all of the brackets, knock them down. I think it's about 12 mil. So, roll on the time lapse of me fixing my mistake. At least I spotted it before I carried on even more. It's only because at the end I realised, oh look, a gap. Because I've not put them in the right place. So, I thought I'd got to the stage where I can carry on with these in a minute, but I haven't. I've got to carry on with these and get all of these in the right place. Jonas, you idiot. No one told me. You didn't tell me. Okay, this is pre-recorded. How could you? But I bet some of them of you were watching this, looking, going, are those in the right place? And the easy answer is, no, they're not. Oh well, not that important. It's just annoying. Right, onwards and upwards. Go and get my crowbar. Right, now I've corrected my big mistake. I've got all these. So this is all going to be decking boards all the way down, lovely and solid. I mean, I'm dead chuffed with that. There's hardly any flex and I've not even finished it yet. So, done these. I'm now going to so that's all decking. This is all going to be boards. So I've got 4 boards. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're joining on the lengthways on the beams. So they're sat on the beams, it ends on the beams. So the edges are pretty much contained. I just need to contain the cross members. So I'm going to more of these. So I've cut a small piece there. It's a bit too big for that. Let's see if I can force it in there. So it's going to be messy as well because I'm painting the ends of each of the cuts while I'm doing it. That's why I've got bits of black everywhere. Best thing, bit of protection on the end because I'm never going to be able to get to the end of these ever again. So the pressure treatment doesn't go all the way through. So let's cut this piece. Hold your ears. While I'm on the matter of it, this little battery Ryobi is gorgeous as he tips sawdust over himself. It's great. Now, in an ideal world, But I have a great big table chop saw to go through. I have got a little chop saw. It can do 2x3s, 2x4s maybe, not 2x8s. It hasn't got the slide, it's literally just a chop saw. And I haven't got a table saw. I can't afford one. And I haven't got space for one really. So this little thing, it does the job. I mean, if you follow a straight line, it can cut blooming perfectly. It's just on the limit of cutting 2 inches. Any thicker than that and it wouldn't go through. In fact, a few pieces it has sort of just skimmed a hairline bit that I've had to tear. It's been that thin just because it can't reach. But it's great. It's done a really good job. It struggles when it's really wet. But it's a lot of wood to cut through. So can you blame it? Doing blooming well. Anyway, let's paint the end of these. Well, when I say paint, I mean dip. A bit like a chocolate biscuit. Get rid of paint. Now the bottom edge I'm painting because I'll never get to it again. Oh, I just got that on my shoe. Now because I've painted this, it's going to be a messy one. Where's my lump hammer? I'm going to need it. I think it's down here anyway. Oh, there it is. So, this, yeah, push with my legs. Yeah. Right, that's in the way anyway. Go on, there we go. Yeah, I'm in the face. It's in the right place, that's in the right place. Job done. So now if I grab the tape measure, in theory, two 440 right on the end of that. Then that'll get rid of the kink. Get off. When you want them to grip, they won't. When you don't want them to grip, they do. So that now, if I put this up against here, where it's going to be, there's much less of a gap. I still think this one's bent, but I've measured that. It should be straight, so pretty good. I'm happy with that. Oh, there we go. Actually, I've got it on a notch. So that now goes flush all the way. Yeah. Love it when a plan comes together. Right, let's knock some nails in this. And then that's that bit done. Then it's just the individual ones. But I'm going to have a sit down first. And a bit of drink. So, I'm half done. Done all the noggins for this side. Still got that side to go, but my hand's starting to cramp up. I dropped the hammer a few times, so I think it's time I had a rest. Oh, I can see I've got one to hammer down there. There's always one left, isn't there? So I was going to spray it all, but I really can't be bothered. But I do want to put some protection on, so I'm just going to literally just do the tops of the beams, because then when the sheets are on, that's that bit covered, because it's never going to be seen again. It's all pressure treated. I've done all of the ends. I don't think it needs much more than it's got. I'm going to paint the outside perfectly, because then it's all nice. So this is a bit more restful, I can see on the edge, but I'm also having to clamber over everything. So I thought if I leave that, get this done, then I've got room to then do it from that side. Sort of makes it a bit easier. putting this down, decided not to paint it in the end because it's wet. I can let it dry off. I'll paint the top, but it's treated anyway. So I've put that board on. I've just screwed it at the corners. It fits lovely. It's just on the overhang there. It's flush here, it's flush there, and it sits nicely on this one here. I did it so that they'd overhang, so I knew I'd have to trim this board and that board so they stagger. But I'm figuring it's slightly wonky. I mean, it hasn't got to be millimetre accurate. So what I'm going to do is I've just put some temporary screws in there to keep this where it should be, and then I'm going to mark this one and cut it down on the thing, because when I was putting it down, I was getting about a 10mm gap here. If anything, I want a gap there, because I don't really want a gap in the middle, do I? I mean, that would just drive me nuts. So I need to mark this off and then run the old chop saw down it. Oh, my knees. So where have we got? We've got there and there. It's actually not, you can see it's a little bit wonky. Cool. This will be fun with the chop saw, if I can get my pencil away. So, that's my depth. The depth adjustment on this isn't the best, but you know, you work with what you got. Look about right. Yeah. Find out in 2.6. Ugh. I can't see where I'm cutting because of sawdust. Oh, it's cutting through it lovely. The arms on that one. Ta-da! Lovely. There we go. And yeah, fine, we've got the cut mark, so I'm going to unscrew them, push it right butt up, and there we have it. Right then, decking board time. So, we can start this end work forward. I'm going to put it flush at the back because any water is going to go that way. I don't really want to gap that side, but I'm going to put a gap in between each board, as you should. I'll show you a tip on that one in a minute. I've got these Vortex decking screws. Apparently they're quite good. Don't know, give them a go. They actually come with their own impact driver bit, so if it's the right bit for this, might as well use it. So cool. So I'm going to screw it in this end. All the boards are slightly wonky, as they are with decking boards. So I'm going to screw it at that end, and then I'm going to go down, screw it at that end, and then push it in. It's bowing this way a little bit, but it's no big deal. Need my trusty set square. So, not for getting angles right, but for the gap in between. I only want a little bit of a gap, too big a gap. Well, I'm not going to be wearing high heels, but they're going to be going through. But you want a gap so water can get through. But also, you don't want too close because they'll be squeaking up against each other. That'd be really annoying. So I'm going to go down. So yeah, I was told, put your set square in between. It gives you something to push it up against. And that gives you your gap. And it's consistent all the way through. Brilliant idea. So saves using a bit of wood, and I've always got this. So I'm going to start this end. I'm going to put them flush against the end of this end, and that gives me a tiny bit. It's not quite long enough, about 5mm short that end, but that's up against the fence. Who's going to see that? I'll know it's there. I'll be annoyed by it, but no one else need be. Again. Right then, quite pleased with that. So they're all on, all screwed down those, it's rock solid. Now this last one, I've got it overhang about 1 inch, it's exactly, for my measurements actually worked. And I've screwed it in exactly the same place, but because it's the edge one and it's going to have pressure on the edge, I'm going to put an extra one halfway in between, because that's going straight into that bottom beam. So it's not going to go anywhere bottom when it's twisting off. So I'm just going to put an extra couple, like halfway in between each one. Just for an extra bit of security. There is no, it doesn't squeak in the slightest. Very happy with that. Thanks for following me along on this journey of building things and being terrible with the tape measure. Like and subscribe, there's going to be more of this. It's a bit of a tangent, photography, design. I'm designing this, it's quite good. I have put in the comments below if you can spot the one thing I haven't thought of. Hence why the fence is going to be slightly higher. Because that could be an issue, but I don't think so in this area. And there's tons of jobs to do in here, so once this is done, waiting for the shed, then that's not coming down yet. I think that's going to be next year. But I've got a nice pergola there, I've got another one opposite to build, still in the pack. It's got to come out of the pack, it's going to rot in that pack otherwise. Put that together. Then I've got a screen, couldn't think of the word then. Screen, I'm going to make it a pallet, so I've clicked to them at work. Some really nice thin pallets. And we're getting there. And then I've got to paint the house. Yeah. Great for a person who's scared of heights. Cool. So, like and subscribe, hit that bell. Follow me for more. I'm going to tidy up. I'm not going to film that bit. That's about as dull as it could be, isn't it? So, see you later.